I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update from Wednesday, October the 21st. And the futures market on cattle both closed last week and opened this week with strong gains there. But it still seems like the futures and the cash are just playing a cat and mouse chase game there. When we were coming up the ladder to the big all-time highs that we reached, the board was just lagging behind and chasing cash up, and then all of a sudden the board never did get up to where cattle were, and just all of a sudden decided to tank, and then cash started chasing it back down, and then overran it, and then the board coming back, and the cash is chasing it, and we're just about to get to where they're going to come together and maybe hang out together for a while. But your live cattle futures, October futures for Monday, were up 232, pretty good size gain. Tuesday was up $1.97. And closing on Tuesday at 140 and a quarter, so posting over 140, which is pretty significant. Feeder cattle futures October on Monday was up $1.20. Tuesday was down just 12 cents, so it looks like it's starting to moderate a little bit. And on Tuesday's close was 194.87. CME feeder cattle index lagging behind a little bit at 190.63. Real-time index off Cattle Market Central is 191.07, including Tuesday sales there. Your weighted average on their live cattle negotiated trade out of the feedlots last week had 93,800 head of negotiated sales, which is gigantic for today's times. It wouldn't have been nothing 20 years ago. You would have got that out of one of the 5 areas pretty easy, but in today's times, we're usually looking somewhere 30 to 60. So that 93,800 on a negotiated, haggled upon sales, that's really a lot of trading there, and that's supportive for the market. If we had more of that, we'd know where we were at more often. But your weighted average for the week sales on steers on a live price was 132.95, which was up $7.60 from the week before. Dress sales were 204.98, up $9.06. So we made some big gains. We've already seen a few sales early this week on heavy cattle up in the northern plains at 130. Your feeder cattle cash sales, Oklahoma City had 10,000 on Monday. Feeder cattle $2 to $5 higher. Calves were mostly steady. Joplin had 4,400 on Monday. Feeders were 1 to 5 higher. Calves $3 to $8 higher. Look at Cattle Market Central and some real-time quotes there. In McCook, Nebraska on Monday, they had a load of steers weighing 800 pounds or 801, bring 202. Awfully good market there up in western Nebraska. You look in Sylvan Grove, Kansas, they are selling them good down there too. Had a load of steers weighing 741 at 211.50. And then on some calf markets, had a calf special there in Phillips, South Dakota. 11,000 head of cattle in an auction. That's why the market's so strong up there, is they sell so many cattle at auction and not a whole lot of them in the country. And calves were 1 to 4 higher than last week's gain. Had over 4,200 head of 5-weight steers, averaged 227.38, as you see on your Cattle Market Central Phillip market report there. Check out DV Auction coming up this Friday at noon. The Spur Ranch out of Veneta, Oklahoma, having their fall production sale. That's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you on Friday.